So I just want to point out that I've had a little bit of downtime in between recording the last part and this part, which means you might be seeing some differences in character levels because while I was unable to record, I did go ahead and basically do as many skirmishes as I could per day, because you basically, since you get 2,000 gold out of each one, you basically get one Master Seal per skirmish. So I went and promoted a lot of people, so yeah, we'll talk about that more once we get back to the castle. And, well, yeah, unfortunately we've already met Forrest, but speaking of which, I found out that an Elise Nendoroid has been announced recently, and I want it! I also want the Marth and Sheeta ones, but, yeah. Not sure if they've been released where I live at this point. They are incredibly expensive in Australia, though. As is pretty much everything. And this entire speech by Elise makes me really annoyed that there aren't aunt/uncle supports in this game. That would actually be really cool.
No.
And once again,
What?
Leo is being a jerk.
My Lord Leo? No.
And yeah, once
But
again we
no.
know that's not really a woman. However, he could easily just use his offspring seal and destroy
That's
everything at this
that.
point. And the hair color on Forrest is a little bit, well, not a little bit, a lot redder than I thought it would be. I fully expected much pinker hair. So I guess I did that to differentiate Sakura from Felicia's hair on Forrest. The pairing that I wish I'd done for Leo on my Conquest run. And once again, we're getting Libra'd here.
Father!
And, okay, so, people pointed out to me, I originally didn't know what this theme was when I first did this because I just didn't care about the accessory shop. This is actually the accessory shop music, so yeah, now I know that. Also, sheer hilarity thing, so that hat Forrest is wearing, as an accessory, Oboro is currently wearing that, which I think makes perfect sense. No, you don't.
Father?
I'm actually not sure who Forrest is voiced by. I have a suspicion it's the same guy who voices Leo and Cardin.
What?
Of course.
Oh, wow.
And once again, why can't Elise support him?
Why, thank you. You.
And I'm still looking forward to Heirs of Fate, because apparently Forrest is really awesome there.
You're a disgrace. Oh? But... No. Sorry.
I still think overall the relationship between Leo and Forrest is one of the more interesting out of the second-gen characters. And of course, he runs straight into the really annoying paralogue chapter of Doom. I still think, personally, would I call this the hardest paralogue in the game? At least to me, probably. And it's not because of the time pressure. And once again, that happens, and you guys are going to be promoted by the time we get here.
Stop!
That's what you get when you don't use your offspring seal. Admittedly, he doesn't even have any tomes equipped, but still.
All right.
And I believe Elise will be quite useful here. She does have some of the best resistance I've got in the army. So like I said, the whole time pressure thing is not really what I'm worried about in this chapter. The reason why this chapter, I just find this chapter so annoying is because the sheer numbers of the hardest hitting classes in the entire game that you have to deal with. Some of which have certain blow and things like that. So, yeah, so sorcerers, some of the highest magic classes in the game with Ragnarok. Berserkers, who have some of the highest strength in the game. Generals, who are kind of similar, and they also have Worry Fighter to completely stall your progress. These guys are kind of pathetic, let's just ignore them. More generals, and more of these guys, and there are tons of reinforcements eventually. Not to mention this guy, who is kind of one of the most insane bosses ever, though, kind of funny thing. So, back when I was doing my Conquest run, I was like, wow, Gazak is so good, I could use him as a Berserker, and he'd actually be much better than Charlotte. Well, funny thing about that, if you want to look at Charlotte now, where is she? She kind of has roughly equal strength and speed despite being 4 levels lower than him. Yeah, Charlotte got really RNG screwed in my first Conquest run. Gazak is still very good. I think he's one of the best capturable bosses by far, mainly because of his skills. I mean, these are some really great skills. But sadly, you don't get to keep that Silver Star Axe. It's actually extremely rare that you see those on Revelation. Anyway, here... Okay. Right, I did actually sort things out last part, I forgot. So yeah, Malefic Aura and Rally Magic are what I passed down. Kind of annoyed that I couldn't get in with both Gendelholm and, again, another reason why I wish Felicia was his mother in my first Conquest run. Then I could have actually done that, but him with both Gendelholm and Demoiselle would be amazing. But anyway, here's Forrest. He doesn't look too special now, but I get the feeling that once we use his Offspring Seal, which we can't do until the end of this chapter, because not even if you can't even talk to him here, he's going to be pretty awesome. I'm really looking forward to using this skill, actually, although, yeah, actually, with Sakura's defense, maybe, actually, he won't be that bad, defense-wise. Anyway, so there's a bunch of people you'll see here. Notice that I promoted some people. Let's just ignore them for the time being. Though I will say, Niles has turned out a lot better than he did on my Conquest run, so I'm really glad. Anyway, Leo is forced here, but unlike my Conquest run, Leo is actually going to pull his weight this time. Though I'm definitely going to want Sakura. Where is she? I'm also going to want... We're pretty much going all out here. Sakura, Elise, probably Xander? Just trying to think about him. Maybe an Armor Slayer would be kind of useful. The really annoying thing here is that... And I did equip... Yep, Dime Thunder on you. You really want someone with Lightning here, because those Wary Fighter Generals are really annoying otherwise. I want Takumi, I probably want Camilla and Ryoma. I'm basically, like I said, going to want to go all out here. And I also want some good resistance people. So, that means... See, here's the thing. Oh, that means Hinoka. I completely forgot about her. I also want Siegbert, because I want to use him for the first time. I probably want Kazan Mozu too, and that's everyone. Okay then. Now, where is the concentration of these guys the biggest? So this is the really annoying thing, because here we've also got Berserkers as well as these guys, and yeah. But we also have Berserkers down here, which, yeah. Hinoka really does not like Berserkers, and she'll expose herself to these heroes if she equips the Jewel Naginata, but... Oh, I was gonna bring Shigure here. I don't think I have room. I'm pretty sure I don't have room if I'm gonna use all these people. Question is, do I really need Kazan Mozu here? They do have decent resistance, and by the way, Kazan's speed is actually capped. But... I almost actually want to bring... Where is Shigure, actually? There he is. And where is Azura? This is kind of the problem when you're training up people in skirmishes. You lose track of the characters that you're using more often. Where is Azura? There she is, okay. Now, what did I give? I gave him the guard. Yeah, I gave him the guard Naginata. And can you get a better healing staff? Let's see if I can do this. Combine it with Jacob's one. Because his magic is actually pretty decent. I think it's actually here that I usually need Azura more, because this area has a major tendency to get traffic jammed, and it's another one of the annoying things about this chapter, because, yeah, the enemies here, just especially the reinforcements, love to traffic jam you down the central corridor. I think... Okay, yeah. Now, there are more generals up there, which means I want Camilla on up their duty. As much as I want to work on that support, I also want to work on... But you have a hammer, so I wanted you to go where the general... Because I definitely want Hinoka... See, this is actually kind of tricky. Actually, maybe Hinoka should go up the top. I think Leo should go this way too. Now, I'm going to pair him up with his S support, mainly because I really, really want that speed bonus. Even though it's probably not going to do much, because 24 speed is still not fantastic. Oh, it is better than those Berserkers, though. Is that? That is Starting Blow. And who does Camilla pair up with? She's not actually S with Roma yet. And here's the problem. Who does Xander pair up with if he goes, down there? That is also a problem. I wonder if Camilla can handle things on her own. I'm not really sure, but it might be possible. I do really want that hammer, but you are one of the few people who has decent stats, although her HP is kind of really bad. Although Roma can tear through those Berserkers like nothing. Well, unless they hit him, and with Darting Blow, with Certain Blow, that's very likely. Also, with my luck, it's even more likely. And you're not even supported with Kamui. I guess Xander could go with Kamui. Okay then, I'm really nervous, but let's... Oh, by the way, I do have Entrap Staff, so if worse comes to worse, I can try and entrap that Berserker. So let's go. And yeah, here's another thing that I don't like about this chapter. They don't tell you that it's a stealth mission until you've already picked your team. I also kind of hope this would have Dark Waste and not this song, but this song's still good. So, here is where things get kind of annoying. As long as we don't enter any enemy's range. I wonder if actually smashing this wall first would be more effective. Because we'd avoid the worst of these guys. Although, yeah, the moment that we lure those two, bad things will start happening. Actually, Leo with Rally Speed behind him actually might be able to double the Berserkers. And Camilla with Rally Speed behind her is just ridiculous. Plus the pair up from her soon-to-be husbando. Well, she basically is his well, he basically is her husbando at this point, but don't use that yet. That would be a really bad idea. For now, we're actually not gonna... We're just gonna slowly creep up here.
Extraordinary.
Also, yeah, that dance bonus is going to be the main inspiring song. Keep forgetting that. 25 is quite a lot, actually. And he takes barely any damage in return from them. But then there are these guys. See, this is what's so annoying about this chapter. It's really hard to find a position where you can get someone who's good at tanking one of the types of enemies here without exposing them to any of the other types of enemies that they are terrible at tanking. Namely these things. 21 isn't that bad. That's with Chivalry, though. 30, and you also have 30. Or you could just come in and blast them with 11 sword. Basically, I think my plan is to clear out this room, lure these things with Hinoka or Shigure if possible, or Elise, but they might not actually... Actually, they do damage to her. Gotta remember these things use the... I'm actually quite glad that someone pointed out to me how the AI that doesn't attack if they'll do no damage is actually Conquest exclusive. Kind of interesting how if they were capable of making actual smart AI, I really wish they'd use that. Like, they'd automatically use the smart AI regardless of what route you're on when you get towards the end of the game. That would make things a little more interesting, but instead they're just like, oh, everything on Conquest gets the good AI, everything else gets the bad AI. Which is kind of a shame. Maybe there? Now, I remember Elise being really useful here before, but she does not want to get hit by, well, anything that isn't magical, so we just have to be careful, and I think that at this point, also glad for Takumi's skill improving her stats overall. I wonder if I need to lure these guys. That does tend to lure these other things, though, so might want to wait for now. Although I could put Shigura up here just in case. Also, he's also got rally speed, which is probably going to make a pretty huge difference. Actually, maybe I should put Kamui on tanking duty. Xander's not really going to double much. Okay. So you can't even get into range there. You do double, but I get the feeling one of those is going to miss. Aha, you have a beast killer. Okay, for now, let's continue to wait. Just don't want those things to be rushing up here too soon. This is still a good song, though. Okay, she's gonna take a hit. And she won't be... Well, actually, Leo doesn't need rally speed at this point, but... Actually, I just realized something. Yeah, that's roughly... And that doesn't even kill. So with that, you'd have to hit with all... That's roughly the same. Now, if someone here had rally skill, that would be kind of appreciated, but I don't know. Just realized I'm really not sure how Hinoka and Leo is a pairing. It's probably one of the few royal pairings that I rarely see considered at all, but... Now, I was going to give Kamui a special song from Azura, then I realized that would force him to pair up with her because they're S-supported, and that would mean less damage, then pairing up with Xander. Or I could make him pair up with Elise to do even more. Just wonder if they would take the bait, because again, this is Conquest AI. Alternatively... Okay, so yeah, we can't really go in there without exposing ourselves to a bazillion attacks from Berserkers and stuff. How much do they do? 43, yeah. Xander is the best at tanking them, though. If we do get rid of you... Just trying to think about how to do this. Okay, yeah, your defense is going to go much lower than the Dragon Stone plus is +9. So that's going to go much lower once I equip the Weapon Sword, which I want to do. Okay, I think Kamui will be able to handle this. I really hope so. There's also the question of, okay, she's not going to die, but only just barely, if Leo fails to kill the other one. Okay. Charge!
We have got this.
Yes, we do, hopefully. Thank you for the dodge there.
Not strong enough.
No, you weren't.
What?
More strength is always appreciated. Her base strength was, I think, kind of low on this route. Actually. Alright, that's a bit better. I was about to say better odds, and then I realized, actually, wait, no, you're not a Wolfskin. This could still go...
You can't hide from me.
It did the exact opposite of go badly. Nice one, Leo.
Excellent.
Okay, now, they are definitely going to start attacking now. So, we need to be ready for them. And we also need to be ready for this hall here to become a giant traffic jam. So, hopefully we... Oh yeah, then I gotta watch out for the potential dual strikes. Unless... You know, usually it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to getting hit by dual strikes, especially if I am not equipping a particularly major. So I am actually going to be, that is no support. That is better, but I could although you don't even need rally speed to double most things here. Definitely not. I forgot how bad those things' speed were. Okay. I actually think better to be safe than sorry. And make sure to equip the right weapon. That is definitely more than enough speed to double everything here. And let's make it even more overkill. And impale your cave. Yeah, let's make it even more overkill. Let's also make it even more overkill by... Or should she stay down here? No, I think she should go up a bit. And, you just, stay there. And now the real terror begins.
Everything will be just
Thankfully, you took the bait. I kind of had to rely on Kamui a lot here on Conquest 2, except at this point my Conquest Kamui was like level 15 or something.
That went well.
And it still wasn't enough to fight Ryoma on decent terms.
Stay with me.
Okay, that's not a one round. Okay, you guys are incoming.
Nice try.
And they're like, once again, let's send Choppy Joe after him. I'll chop it up. Now, his voice is actually much more high-pitched than I thought it was, but anyway. We don't worry about Choppy Joe at this point. We can always just use the entrap staff on him and it'll all be fine. None of you guys moved, so that's fine by me at this point, and hopefully we should be able to take out everyone here before things get really bad. So step one is... let's see. Now that's not quite enough. Step one is don't do that. We have Azura, of course we'll be able to take out everything here. Step one is get rid of you.
We've got this.
I still can't wait until I can reclass
Victory is mine.
Sigbert back into Paladin, because he definitely... I really want to see him in Xander's colours. Step two is get rid of you.
I'm with you all the way. I did it!
Step 3, Berserkers really, really don't like Elise. I've learned that from experience from the last time I attempted this chapter. Well, really, really don't like Elise.
Come on!
You're a bad influence.
Really, really, really don't like Elise.
Not bad.
See,
Not
that's
bad.
why I gave her Thunder, because there's always the possibility that she could crit like that. And next step, I don't want Azura to go too far. Alright, I gotta make sure that the Berserker doesn't one-shot her with the hand axe, which he might. Actually, I don't need to worry, he doesn't have that equipped anyway. Now, that guy has a spear. Yeah, see, that's definitely a one-shot, but let me just see how much Takumi does. Well, he doubles, which is cool. But yeah, for an archer, you know, Yumi is giving resistance bonuses and all. He does not have that good resistance, and I am in no way exposing him to these guys. And no one's going to open that door. I don't think any of the generals would be able to try and dual strike. In fact, in some ways, I kind of like them. Now let's see if these guys end up going for Elise here.
That was too easy.
In fact, maybe I shouldn't break the top wall just yet, because if I do, I have a feeling these guys would start going up towards the top wall. I could try and weaken the top wall. Actually, let me just check something. Okay, yeah, that no longer allows you to double. I forget if it did let you, if like Brave-style weapons let you attack twice against walls or trees in the GBA games. I think they actually did. That's all this. Is that all the same wall, or is that a two-layered wall? I think that's a two-layered wall. So in this case, I also forget if enemies would ever break walls on their own in the GBA games. I think they did sometimes. Anyway, let's severely weaken that wall. Oh, okay, it is one wall. In preparation for storming through next time. Yeah, those Berserkers, I don't like them at all. I also don't like these generals at all. In fact, I might want to pull back a bit and try and still find it hilarious how she has more defense than Leo, but let's just do that for lols, even though it's not actually going to do anything. Okay, mages, please try and...
We're not alone.
Wow, that's actually going to kill. Elise is awesome. Yes, it is. Let's thin down their numbers here. I severely underestimated just how good Elise is at taking these guys out last time.
I'm coming with you.
Yeah, that Nosferatu gave me a lot of trouble. In fact, now I think about it, maybe I had the approach completely wrong last time. I don't think I should have ever gone for breaking the wall over on the left-hand side of the map. Okay, she's getting a bit more speed. Although I believe the Elise that I have on this file is getting very magic blessed and very resistance blessed, but a bit speed screwed. And I don't think her magic and resistance are capped yet.
Ew.
By the way, this is also why Elise is my favourite healer in the entire series, because she can do this.
Glad to help.
This brings me back good memories of Clarine from FP6, which was one of the few good memories I had from FP6, but
Just too much for you.
I keep telling about the story where I put her on a mountain and she completely destroyed an entire Wyvern army, but yeah, she does that. Okay, with all of them gone, I feel like there are going to be reinforcements soon, which is the worry, but... Okay, I think I can send Xander up here now. Okay, her luck's capped now. Her magic is surprisingly not capped, which is amazing. Yeah, Xander can get all the way up there. Just gotta be, once again, careful. I mean, admittedly, I think I may be a little over-leveled for this. Well, a little over-leveled with my main party, but... You have Darting Blow, but it doesn't matter because Xander's probably going to get doubled anyway. Did anyone here drop a door key? They did not. I would have noticed it if they did. So... let's go for some 11 Sword Duel. I could either do that, or I could Rally Speed Xander, but like I said, I don't think that's going to make a difference. They have Darting Blow anyway. In fact, it's probably better if I send Elise a little bit forward.
Let's do this.
We do have you, we have you. Just gotta be careful of... We don't want to lure too many things, and there is gonna be a lot more reinforcements coming in soon, so... we do want to be, like I said, careful about what we lure in. Particularly because that general's going to try for a dual strike there. Actually, I'm not sure if the reinforcements are proximity or not, or like if you engage a certain enemy in this chapter. So I do need to be kind of careful here, because if I trigger too many reinforcements at once, that could result in bad things happening. They can go all the way up to there. I might actually hold off on breaking the top wall just yet. Should I do this? Because I know that reinforcements come from there, and if everything here rushes me all at once, I'm probably going to get overwhelmed, especially if these things decide to rush me as well. So I might want to hold off on there for now. Yeah, like I thought. These things are rushing. And you're okay. Yeah, this is where things start getting kind of, like I said, the middle corridor can get really traffic jammed sometimes. So we're going to make sure that doesn't happen. We're also going to make sure the one with the better defense is in the lead here. And is going to smash this wall with a hammer. Speaking of smash it with a hammer, I got rid of her hammer. For some reason. That was really stupid. The only reason I brought her was because she had a hammer. And that is not even going to kill. And Ryoma is going to die horribly if he goes there. However... 12... With your guard gauge, this is going to sound really crazy, but I may be able to attempt to thin down these enemies. Let me see, how many things here can I one round in the space at the same time? Not you, because you apparently... well... 26... that is definitely that's more than 50, so yep, you're gonna do that. Okay, this could end badly, but if I try and take out as many things here as I can, which will definitely involve having to use a little bit. Really? 92! They say that this game still uses kind of true hit in the upper... in anything higher than 50. I highly disagree. I have missed with far more things. Okay, there are no... Thankfully, your brother can pick up the slack here. There are no magic uses up here, so Xander should be...
Is that all?
Kind of more effective here. We'll need to watch out for the generals, though.
Not enough.
Well, Leo's not doing enough. Stupid Leo. Ah! Okay, I guess I could go for killing.
Our audience has arrived.
What is it with Leo and missing 90s? He did that in
over.
my others too. Anyway, I have missed with, like, pretty much lots of things above 70, I tend to miss a lot. Ironically, many times when I have a hit rate of, like, in the 60s, I usually hit more often than not. It's really weird. Okay, that is with Duelist Blow, so... How much does he take from the Silver Lance? That's what I'm really concerned with. That's way too much. Although... No, that is nowhere near enough. Because despite Ryoma being semi-invincible to a lot of things, he does die very easily if you get unlucky. In other words, if you're me. I need to thin these things out more, though. And I can't... Well, Takumi's got 22 defense, but... Well, he's out there. I also don't want Elise to die, because that would be very, very bad. Wait a minute, how much defense does Ryoma have? Let me just check. 18, so ironically Takumi has better defense despite being an archer. Guess they have made archers more defensively inclined as the series progressed. You know, it's kind of weird that he can double a berserker, but he can't double... Well, heroes, I guess, they're the speed-focused enemies this one, but berserkers tend to be fairly speed-focused, so... That's a little strange. And I can't grab that hammer without, he should have traded the hammer to her and then broke the wall with something else. That would have been a lot more effective. If I can take out this thing, it's only 3 things that can attack us.
You deserve worse!
Yes you do, being an enemy in this chapter.
Here we go.
I'm going to have reinforcements from the upper stairs fairly soon. Also, you deep up... Okay, yeah. I would say your skill caused you to miss, but you had a 92. And meanwhile, that guy is still approaching. So I think here's where this chapter starts to get really problematic. And, unfortunately, Azura is pretty much locked out of doing anything at this point, because... Why did you do that? Of all the people you could have attacked, you chose the one who had a full guard meter and does probably the most damage to you out of anyone here. Unless you think that you'll be able to kill Kamui with this guy combined with another one. That actually did a lot of damage. I mean, spears are very powerful in this game. And you did not focus on it. I expect them to all go to Takumi. That's really weird. Oh no. And... so that freaking spawn of 3 sorcerers, that... with Mjolnir and stuff. Why do you have Fimbulverta and Ragnarok? I mean, practically speaking, they're never gonna not use Ragnarok. Because the AI still does like to always go for the maximum damage possible. Now, if I can get rid of all of the Berserkers, Elise can pretty much take everything here, no problem. I just had a silly idea. Actually, wait, no, that's not going to do much. That's not the silly idea that I was talking about. I meant, if you had 1 more movement, you can actually go to a point where Azura can refresh you, then I can kill that guy, and then... 3 of you, though. And I forgot these were just heroes. I thought they were berserkers or something worse. Huh, you do the exact same amount of damage. Interesting. Then, yeah, that doesn't work. I kind of need your Sakura's healing services here because I need to basically, yeah, heal Kamui. If I do heal him, he should be able to take most things here. Like I said, he should be able to take most things here. Just have to make sure that none of the berserkers would be able to hit Sakura. That would be really bad. Like I said, these things were attacking the person who probably does the most damage, and that obviously wasn't even critical because I keep forgetting that 11 swords can't critical in this game.
Alright.
It was funny, they could critical in Awakening, but you didn't get the critical cut-in animation, which was kind of strange. Okay, does this work? It just barely doesn't work. And that just barely doesn't work either. And Ryoma could Astro critical there, so he's probably the better choice.
Let's see how this goes.
He did neither, but that's fine. You have 19 resistance. Just being careful. As you have to do in a situation like this.
I'll back you up.
I haven't used Hinoka for any of the purposes that I brought her to this chapter for, that is killing mages. Hopefully that will change. I hate these sorcerers. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Hexing Rod. Okay, that's gonna fully heal you, that's fine.
I can always count on you.
Well, as far as healing is concerned, we certainly can. And that would be not enough. We'd need 10 more. So, actually, that could be a problem. Although, you do get a full guard gauge if you... And you don't double, so I do believe that I actually need to use Elise here. I don't want to pull Elise too far back, because I need her on the front line once we get rid of the berserkers and it becomes only sorcerers.
Phew.
Okay, so full guard gauge, which means... I don't know why I'm locking in your range. I think it's you that I need to be most worried about. Well, mainly if Xander. I think actually Xander could go back there, maybe. Yeah, that's annoying. I kinda wish I had a rescue staff to bring Azura back into the fray. Hello there! Kinda had a feeling you'd do something like that, but your hit rate is much lower than I thought it would be. I guess Nosferatu did get pretty heavily nerfed since Awakening. Okay, I'm gonna need to believe in the power of the guard gauge here. See, this is why, like I said, I find this chapter quite annoying, is because all the enemies here just happen to be comprised of the hardest hitting classes on both sides of the spectrum, so you're rushed by a lot of enemies, all of which deal a ton of damage. They can very easily overwhelm you, and I think I need that. I did not bring any lock touch people. Wow, yeah, well, there is another thing that can drop, but... Okay. Right, so if I get rid of all of these guys, which is going to be kind of hard without exposing people to ridiculous sorcerer-age, but... Elise is basically completely safe against these guys, as long as she doesn't wander into range of anything else. In fact, this seems kind of silly, but...
My bow is yours.
Yep, she's not going to be needing your bow. Wow, Elise is going really crazy in this chapter.
Woo!
I wish I could try and get her support for Sakura up a little bit, but... you guys probably are not all going to go for Elise, though, because I am definitely going to have to get someone else in there, so... let's maybe present them with a sadistic choice. Wow, Borrow Spear is good. Except it debuffs you, doesn't it? Strength and skill -2. Oh, that's not bad. What I mean by that is, let's just say, let's make sure everyone we put down here has really high resistance. Though they're probably all going to go for her because she can't counterattack. I knew that would hit.
I won't allow it.
Wow, he's stealing his father's quotes there.
Okay.
I also have no idea who he's voiced by. Okay, like I said, person with good resistance, which actually Shigure's resistance is not amazing. In fact, Sakura's is not amazing either. But that is a ton of damage. This could fail, but let's go for this.
I'll do what no one else can.
I throw Mudsdale at you! And another one! Which hurts a lot because Mudsdale is incredibly heavy.
Rest in peace.
Okay, one of them is going to be able to get to us if we try and kill that guy, but... I don't want to do this with Shigure because... let's see how much Shigure takes from you. 6, and... but you're not equipping Ragnarok. So we do need to keep an eye on that.
I'm here to help.
Okay, I'm doing this because Shigure is a little
My
under
song
level,
is pure.
and he did not reach the next level. Meanwhile, Zan, don't do that. Oh no, I just realized the horrifying truth of this. You have one more movement than she does. You're gonna catch her eventually. You are actually kind of
I
smart.
welcome the challenge.
I do not welcome Ragnarok. I also don't welcome Azura dying, so someone needs to get down there quickly. Thankfully, I've got a,
I believe in you.
I don't really want to... I've got some...
That was close.
And yeah, like I said, sadistic choice.
You can do this.
Wait a minute, is she getting debuffed from this? I thought it only debuffs if... No, she isn't. Okay. Okay, now I do need to kind of hurry up, and I don't want to send Elise down there, because if I do, I lose my, Okay, somebody needs to get down there fast to save Azura. You would normally be my best choice, however... I need your entrap staff, and I need you on... I don't actually really need you on hand to take out these guys, though. And because I've got a full guard meter, I'm actually completely safe putting you in Berserker range. And I think Azura will be safe here. I'm not sure if the AI actually knew that it would... Okay, problem with that is crit will kill. I'm gonna go for you. I may or may not have found that out the hard way in a skirmish. It was like, oh yeah, Niles is totally safe against a Mjolnir user, and then I was like, oh right, criticals deal more than...
Don't move!
That's an interesting crit line. Criticals do more than triple damage if you have a critical weapon, and yeah. I think I should be able to get Elise back in time for... a 18 times 2 is definitely enough. And someone who takes no damage from Mjolnir
Here I
is
am.
a completely safe option. No man.
Can I help? Farewell, fallen one.
Hopefully we'll add more to the Fallen 1 quota. Thank you for Well, okay.
My heart is singing.
That makes up for all of your bad level ups earlier. Why did you not gain HP so I could actually... I don't think I've seen a single perfect level up in all of my playthroughs of this game. Admittedly, it's a lot harder now because HP growths are much, much lower than they used to be. But, still. Like I said... For now, I'll just... yeah, she's only been debuffed once. Ooh, yep, you're getting hit by a spear if you go there. I want to lure the sorcerer so that he... But he's not going to die in one shot anyway. I guess I can go for this. I want to use Shigure a little bit. Not Shigure. Pfft, why am I calling him Shigure? Sigbert a little bit more. So many princes with names starting with S. Actually, yeah, there are 3 default princes with names starting with S.
I can help.
Yes, you can. His stats overall are pretty good. Okay, so you finish that guy off.
I'll protect you. Victory is mine.
And now... Okay, you're full... You also have a full guard gauge. Okay. Let me see if this is gonna work. Here, Zerky, Zerky, Zerky. Wanna get a nice, tasty, low defense healer? Yes, you fell for it! Good.
Come on.
Okay, Azura is safe now.
How dare you?
See, that is the one flaw. Despite the quote-unquote good conquest AI, for some reason the AI can't recognize the presence of a full guard gauge. I mean, I'm glad for that, because that lets you do things like this, but still. They always go for maximum raw damage, and completely neglecting to pay attention to a guard
You all
gauge.
right, dear? Mommy's here.
Die. No.
Well, he would have anyway. At least it's better than some of the earlier games where they would sometimes go for maximum damage, ignoring evasion, so they would attack people who had 0%.
Let's have at it.
Yeah, well, they had 0% chance of hitting, which was pretty funny when it happened. But it's funny, back in MP4, some enemies were smart enough to avoid Seti when he had maximum, when he had, like, they had no chance of hitting him. Some of them weren't. It's still going to take 3 turns for him to get there. Speaking of which... so... Sigbert is also
Good thing you were here.
your nephew, I think? Yeah. Well, actually, he always is. Now, where are my hammers? First hammer, not quite enough, but, oh well. And second hammer isn't here because I stupidly forgot to put her on Camilla. Yes!
Out of my sight.
That was really, really necessary, I think. Also, 120 damage. Some of the highest damage I've seen in this playthrough, but I've since found out the maximum possible damage in this game is almost 10 times that. It's like 1,200 or what, 1,100 or something. It's so high that if you have the battle animations turned on, it can't actually display the number properly.
Stay on your toes.
Like in Awakening, it involves putting a ridiculous amount of strength cap modifiers on a second-gen character. I don't know if I've talked about this before. I found the video recently, and it's actually pretty cool. It's, poor Azura having to stay out of things for so long. So, like I was saying, it requires a few things. I need to heal you. I wonder if Shigura would be able to do it. I just really don't want to lose someone this late into this, because this has been a pretty good revenge attempt of this chapter, if I do say so myself. Admittedly, I am spamming royals, and they are a bit over-leveled for this point, but it still looks pretty cool. Please tell me this 1 HP is not going to make the difference between her surviving and not, because that would be really annoying. But anyway, like I said, it really surprised me that while it's a male Kana fathered by either Effie or Charlotte Sigbert, which made sense to me, or apparently, and this was the one that really surprised me, Kagero Dwyer apparently also has the highest possible strength modifier on a non-Kana character. Which, again, really surprised me, because I never saw Dwyer as a really physical character. No, you're going to them anyway. But yeah, never would have expected Kagero Dwyer was that strong.
How naive.
Also, Charlotte or Effie works for Dwyer as well, but the Kagero option is exclusive to... Okay, I believe I might need to use the entrap staff now. That is not enough. Let's try and take you out. Also, also the Kana has to be in a ballistic...
Sorry about this.
What is it about the Little Sisters critically in this chapter? Mudsdale Smash!
Rest in peace.
It requires them to be a ballistician with a killer bow with maximum strength taker bonuses, every other thing possible that you can stack on. You do have the javelin, but it's not really going to do much. So yeah, maximum of those bonuses, every other possible strength modifier you can stack on, every possible strength defense debuff on the enemy. Also, you have to, it's kind of interesting, you have to get a random, I wouldn't describe them as child characters, but it's like, you can create a Bond unit with a guest avatar, yeah, that's what they're called, Bond units, and you have to get a Bond unit that has Ignatius's Guarded Bravery skill, which makes them take 2 extra damage if they're not supported. The reason why it's got to be a Bond unit is because as hard as the guy who did this trick tried, he could not get an Ignatius with defense low enough for this to work. Even the worst possible defensive mothers gave Ignatius so much defense that it just didn't really work. So that's kind of interesting. It's funny, I don't really know how to feel about Guarded Bravery. I was trying to think if it was the worst personal skill in the game, in my opinion. And while it is very bad for the when you're unsupported, the idea of taking -2 damage from everything guaranteed while supported, and let's be honest, you're gonna be supported almost all the time in this game, it does feel like it's still worthwhile. That is exactly enough. Awesome. And to think I was worried about him having a lack of B-ranked weapons. He doesn't even need them.
No holding back.
Crit please 2, crit please 2. No, unfortunately.
I won't allow it.
Out of my sight!
Wait. Now the entire family has that as their catchphrase. That's awesome. That's not quite as weird as the future past map in Awakening, causing horse-mounted characters to wrap around if they jump off the back of the cliff. But that was weird. His horse was having reversing issues. Come on, back it up, back it up, back it up. Now we can attack. And yeah, so I'd say this chapter's gone pretty well overall. If only you actually wait, you guys are lance users. Who has the door key? You. Who has the lift key? I love that guy. I do like how this is really off topic, but like, at least back in Gen 1, a lot of the clues in NPC dialogue were easy enough for children to understand, which was good. I think probably the one issue with that is where to get Flash, because nothing in the game hints that you really had any need to go that direction, to go all the way back to Route 1 via Diglett's Cave, and no indication that Flash would be there of all places, and I need to make sure that I don't end this chapter too early, because I have a couple of... Wait a minute, do I have chest keys? I forget what the items in this chest are. I probably should have brought Kaze. It's also kind of interesting how all of your jaw keys and chest keys disappear after you beat the chapter, which I actually, in a lot of ways, like that, because I think I've said this before, but in many earlier games, like especially in a run of Sacred Stones I did recently, your convoy gets really cluttered up with excess door keys if you use thieves a lot, so that's the only chest on the map, isn't it? I think it's just gold, but anybody have a chest key? You have a door key. Let me just check something. Right. Nothing here dropped a chest key. That's unfortunate. I need to look up what that chest was since I've forgotten it, but hopefully it wasn't anything too important. It's probably just gold or something. And I can effectively get infinite gold in the games, but it doesn't really matter.
Try not to hate me.
That's funny. Don't think I've heard him say that before. Now, again, the boss is quite dangerous. That's less damage than I was expecting, but yeah. Because of that throne bonus. And that's with a weapon triangle advantage. Okay, not... Yeah, that's also stupid. Huh, okay. Oh, that is a 4% crit rate, though. I really don't want to get ruined by a crit at this late into the chapter. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave that chest. Thankfully, Azura's fine, but she had to set out most of this chapter, which is unfortunate. With a weapon triangle advantage, I only... Yeah, and you still have a 6% crit rate. Although, I can drop that down to 1 with... Wait... Actually, I can drop that down to 0 with that. Yeah, rally luck rallies more than... Actually, how do you go with a dual Naginata? Still not amazingly, and... guess I can try it, though. That's a decent pair of bonus. Oh yeah, there's also a Goro Spear. But I wonder if you should be the one to try and save your cousin. Okay, I thought that just relied magic for a second, but that's gotta be rallying luck as well. Yes, it did. Okay, that's really good. Yeah, of course, Entrap doesn't work on bosses. Don't think any of the movement like, force movement staves work on anything that has a movement of dash. And you still have a 2% crit rate!
I see the enemy.
Thank you for not critically.
No holding back!
Thank you for critically. And thank you for one-shotting. Unfortunately, I didn't get to capture him this time, but I've already got a very decent version of him in the prison. And there goes. Well, you lasted about as long as your original FE1 boss counterpart did. You know, I'm actually surprised Gazark isn't in Tokyo Mirage Sessions anymore. Being the first boss ever in the series from Marth's games,
did it!
you'd think he would be. Speaking of which, I just beat Lorenz in that game recently, and he's kind of insane. Anyway, so that was actually a very good attempt of that chapter. I'm surprised at how well that went. I guess I was wrong to be worried about it. I think that strategy works a lot better, going in from the top like that. But I'm going to continue recording because I need to see what Forrest is going to look like with an offspring seal used on him.
Please, wait!
That smile looks very weird.
Why, thank you. Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm a jerk. I don't know how to be nice to people.
Oh? I'm sorry.
You see, I like the character development Leo gets here.
Father? Yes. What a joy!
I can't wait to get to know Annalise. Yeah, that is a real, yeah, kind of burn.
Yay!
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. At least you're not as bad as Lisa in that regard, who can be a great grandmother.
Ew.
Well. Yes.
So, like I said, I'm going to continue recording for a little bit because... Oh, I should mention... Actually, I'll save that for the next castle session. So, here is Forrest. Don't use a heart seal, that'd be really stupid. Here is Forrest with an offspring seal. In a lot of ways, he's kind of similar to, kind of a bulkier version of Elise. He's got okay strength too. Actually, he's not that bad as a butler, but he'd probably be better here with flame shurikens, which he won't be able to use yet. So, strategist it is then. And I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how well he does, because, yeah, I want to use him more in this run. Definitely wasn't disappointed with Siegbert. Okay, the horse's powered as generic, but he's +9 magic. And there's Rye Resistance, D in Tomes, still C in Staves. Yeah, he looks like he could be pretty decent. So, we'll be seeing him next time, so see you then.